Hello, so this is part 2 to the two witnesses video I did. So in my video I said that I feel like the Lord showed me that it's possible the two witnesses are two churches that have kept their lamps burning bright. So I looked up the 7 churches in Revelation, and the two that stood out to me the most was Thyatira and Philadelphia. So Thyatira will rule the nations with a rod of iron, and Philadelphia is kept from the hour of temptation that'll come upon the whole world. So just bear with me for a second. Okay, next part I want to talk about the 144,000. So who are the 144,000? Well, firstly, honestly, I haven't done much research about this part because I don't have much energy, but I think the 12 tribes, which are the 144,000, originate from Jacob's descendants. So that's my dog. Just choking. Okay. So they originate from Jacob's descendants, and they are spread around the whole earth. So Jacob's got his name changed to Israel. So the 144,000, the 12 tribes of Israel, are virgins who have not defiled themselves with women. They are the first fruits redeemed from the earth, and they follow the Lamb wheresoever he goes. What I think that means is they are virgins and they have not defiled themselves with women. So women representing the Babylon system, the whore, the prostitute, the wickedness of the world. And so because they have kept themselves from that, they are spiritually pure. They follow the Lamb wheresoever he goes, so they are walking down that narrow road and they are following the Lamb. They are walking towards Jesus. Just bear with me, I'm just tired. My brain's shutting down. Okay, so they are blameless. And I was questioning to the Lord, what does it mean to be blameless? And my understanding, to be blameless means that, firstly, no one can become blameless through their own power and their own works or their own strength. The only way someone can become blameless is by believing on the blood of the Lamb and what the Lord did for us. And what I feel it means to be blameless is to have both feet facing and walking towards Jesus on that narrow road, instead of one foot in the world and one foot towards God. The blameless have let go of the wickedness, and they do their best to keep the Lord's commandments as he says to do. Being blameless is a thing in the heart. It's not no one is perfect even after they become saved. It's the heart, it's the desiring to let go of everything and let the Lord guide you and remove darkness from you and the things that are not of him from you, and you're walking towards him. It's the heart. It's the you have given yourself completely over to him. That's what I feel it means. That's just my understanding. So I see through a glass dimly. Anyway, what else? Yeah, so the 144,000 are related to the woman and the dragon. So the woman and the dragon. Hello. The woman. Hello. Hello. Okay, sorry. The woman and the dragon are. The woman represents the 12 tribes of Israel, so the 144,000, because she has 12 stars above her head. So she gives birth to a man-child who is to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child is caught up to God and to his throne. And this child, I believe, this is my understanding again, that the child is born again. It's a man child, so it's born again, and this child is blameless. This child is innocent. This child is pure, and this pure child is caught up to God and to his throne. And then the woman flies to a place in the wilderness. Sorry, back up. So the child is called up to God and to his throne, and then after this begins the 3.5 years of the devil's ruling in his fullest power. And at this time, the woman who gave birth to this child flies into the wilderness, and she is kept there protected for 1,260 days, 42 months, the exact same time as the devil's fullest power, like his ruling. And this is just the second part of this video, is I just want to share some thoughts. Now again, I just see through a glass dimly, and I just I'm just seeking, and I'm just trying to make sense of some things in scripture and the things that the Father has shown me. But I was wondering if the woman and the two witnesses, hang on baby, if the woman and the two witnesses are somehow connected, whether they are obviously just connected because they are the bride of Christ, and the bride of Christ is connected, or they're one and the same. And just the reason I say that is because I've seen some connections between the two. So the woman is here for the same time as the two witnesses, exactly the same time, and after the period of the woman's protection, the two witnesses are killed, and then 3 days later they rise up into heaven glorifying God, and all the enemies see. So like I said earlier, if the two witnesses are two churches, and they are Thyatira and Philadelphia, Thyatira rules the nations with a rod of iron, and just like the child that is caught up, this child rules the nations with a rod of iron. And the church of Philadelphia is kept from the hour of temptation. So this child is kept from the hour of temptation, and the two witnesses are also kept from the hour of temptation, even though they are upon the earth at the same time, if that makes any sense. So what was I saying? Jeez. Lost the plot. Okay, so I wonder, let's just skip, let's just skip to Matthew 24. I think it's 31 or 29, I think. So at the after the tribulation of those days, the sun shall be darkened, the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and a great shaking in the heavens. And then shall the sign of the Son of Man be seen in the heavens, and then shall he send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet to gather his elect from the four winds. So to me this sounds very, very similar to seal 6. So at seal 6, I'm just trying to remember it. At seal 6, the sun is darkened, the moon turns to blood, the stars fall, there is a great shaking, and then the men hide in the caves of the earth, and they say, rocks fall on us, for the day of the Lamb has come, and the great day of his wrath has come, or something. And then after this, he sends his angels to seal his elect, which are the 144,000, and that just obviously sounds like real similar. So I believe that we are probably around the 5th seal with everything that's happening in our world. So we're just at the so I believe we're in like the first half of the 7 years, and then at the 6th seal is when Jesus collects and seals his elect from the four winds, and that's when the sign of the Son of Man is seen in heaven. And then after that, it's seal 7, because it says that the rocks fall on us, for the day of the Lamb's wrath has come. That means that his wrath, to me, begins after that point. So I think his wrath begins at the 7th seal, which is the beginning of the Great Tribulation, the 3.5 years of the devil's ruling. So why I'm just talking about this is that Daniel says this time is for 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waits and comes to 1,335 days. So that's exactly 3.6 years. So during this time of the Antichrist ruling and God's wrath, the two witnesses and the woman are here. So back to what I was saying, I am wondering if the child is caught up to God and to his throne, this innocent child that the woman gives birth to, and then flies back down to the earth where she is protected, and she is protected for that time. I'm wondering if the woman is related to the two witnesses. That's what I'm saying, I guess. I could be wrong. Just sharing some thoughts, just because it's interesting. And I have had a few dreams and stuff about how people are taken up, and then some people like fall back down to the earth. One dream, like fell back down to the earth, and I was like flying around, and the world was in chaos, and I had like these kind of powers, and I could stop things from happening, or like there was 2 guys in particular who abused this young girl, and like I like did something to them and they died or whatever, but that's kind of gruesome. But anyway, yeah, maybe you get what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't know, obviously I don't know, I'm just voicing some thoughts. So catch you later then, bye.